Give her another hand, Dr. Maxine Kaye.
Oh, thank you all for being here today, and thank you for inviting me, Dr. J and Dr. Cynthia. What a joy. It's like my home away from home these days, it seems. And I'm so happy to see so many people that I know and love, and I'm not on.
You're not on.
I'm not on. I thought that...
No, hold on a second.
Okay.
You got the... There's a mute button on the box.
There's not a mute button on me. Are we on now? No. Can you hear me now? No, I'm not on yet. Hello? I think Celeste was going to be in charge of me today. I'll just take this one. Okay. There's always another way. Am I on now? Yes. All right, good. I'll just drag this little thing around me and pretend that my dog's on the other end of it. I've been gone from her for almost 10 days. I miss her. Hello. What a joy it is to see people I haven't seen in a long time, and some that I saw just a few months ago when I was here in the summertime, which was also a delight. I see people that I haven't seen since the Los Altos Center. I see fields of dreams and red roses too. Today my topic is a timeless idea in the mind of God. You and I are timeless ideas in the mind of God. We are alive and ageless. I might even touch on that this afternoon in the workshop, because that's the name of it, because that's the name of this book. And I can't tell you what a joy it was, what an absolute delight it has been to work with your Dr. Cynthia on this project the last few months. Yay! She is editor supreme, and she's my greatest cheerleader, and together we have brought this baby into being. So it's a delight, and I thank you all so much for being here with all of us today. And I look at Tim, and I remember when Dr. Kennedy Schultz and I were two of the three sitting on your ministerial panel. And do you know what he sang when you left the oral presentations? Do you know what he sang to me? He sang, "Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you, tomorrow." I swear, Scout's honor, he did. All right, will you say with me, I am a timeless idea, a radiant idea, a brilliant idea, a successful idea, living and moving and having my being in the mind of God. That's the truth. I may even have you say it again in case you forget it. But this timeless idea, there are many timeless ideas in the mind of God, and you and I are some of them. I think about Plato's doctrines of the forms. Let me remove this excess. There, that's much better. It was just too warm in here with that earpiece on. Plato's doctrine of the forms, his belief was that there were forms, in other words, ideals that were timeless. The ideal of beauty, the ideal of the good, the ideal of love. And this doctrine suggested that these are infinite and eternal, whole, complete, and perfect, and that somehow we partake of those forms to the degree that we become conscious of them. He thought that a flower was just a tiny little expression of the form of beauty, that the affection and the respect that people feel for one another was the tiniest little participation in the form of love. And the way people are with one another in this season of love, and hopefully more than this season, was a manifestation, a participation in the form of the good. And what does Emma Curtis Hopkins say about the good? She says, now say it with me if you've been taking Dr. Cynthia's class. God is the good, to which there is no opposite. Right? So there's no opposite to the infinite eternal forms, those ideals. From the ideal we go to the real, with a small r, ideal with a large I. From the infinite wholeness, unimpeachable wholeness of this universe, the timeless idea in the mind of God, we bring it into material manifestation, and we experience it in this world to the degree that we have embodied it. That's the truth, isn't it? We must embody a greater and greater expression of these ideals. Thomas Troward suggested that there were 7 main attributes of God. If you know them, say them with me. Light, love, life, peace, power, beauty, and joy. Oh, you're good. You've been taking classes. Keep it up. It's good for you. Who knows? You may become a minister one day. Oh my gosh, what a thought. It's a good thought. So these attributes of God, we personalize, we individualize, because they are timeless ideas. From the ancient Greek, we get these 2 wonderful words. Nomenon is the name of the thing. It's the idea or the ideal of the thing. And then phenomenon, phino in ancient Greek, means to show forth. And it's the root of the word phenomenon. So from the idea of the thing comes the material manifestation. Isn't that cool? And Plato's idea of the doctrine of the forms, the ideal becoming the real, is very much a part of our lineage here in our teaching. Because we also know there is the ideal, there is the spiritual prototype, which we wish to bring into our earthly experience. That's what affirmative prayer, spiritual mind treatment is about, isn't it? Participating in that timeless idea of love and then bringing it into beautiful relationships in our lives. Participating in that divine idea, that infinite quality of opulence and bringing prosperity into our lives. These are eternal, changeless, infinite ideas, ideals that we have the opportunity to bring into our experience. That's what we get to do. We get to be here to be the instruments through which the divine, intelligent, creative activity of this universe shows up in our lives, and we're making our lives and our families' lives, our neighbors' lives, and the life of this world a better place because we're having fun in it, bringing the ideal into the real. It's not hard work. You don't have to hold your mouth a certain way or chant in a particular manner. We simply open ourselves to become the instruments of that shining light that is ours to express here in this world. And speaking of light, don't your trees look pretty? I love this time of year. Did you know that it's only a week until Christmas? Are you ready? Well, would you like to flow into and through this week with an experience of knowing that every time you look at a lighted tree or lights on a home or on a building, that it reminds you of the light that you are remembering to bring into this world, and then you can move peacefully through the rest of your preparations this week. I'm doing a very different Christmas than I've ever done, because I've been away for a while, and I'll get back late tomorrow night, and that's just a few days left. That's okay, because I'm not making cookies this year. And it's the first time in I can't tell you how many years. And my friends and my relatives are just going to have to get over it. I baked a book instead, okay? And it's all right. Christmas itself is an ageless idea in the mind of humanity. And do you know how that happened? First of all, I'm not going to tell you there is no Santa Claus, because I think there still is. I do too, she says, good. But in case you hadn't heard this, it's very unlikely that Jesus was born this time of the year. Probably March, something like that, which gives us an opportunity to have another celebration next spring. Oh, we do. We call it Easter. So why in the world was Jesus' birthday placed on December 25th? Well, maybe because that's when all the sales are taking. No, that's not it. It's dark this time of year. It's cold. We're hungry for light and warmth. And isn't it interesting? Hanukkah begins this Tuesday. And that, too, is a festival of light. 8 days of lighting another candle, another candle, another candle, and bringing back that great recollection of the faith of that one woman who gave her little bit of oil so that the miracle of the lights of the candles that continued to burn for 8 days in the newly redone Temple of Solomon could continue to express its light and beauty. So light, we need light. And why did we have these other wonderful, which we call pagan festivals, which is kind of a strange name? They're just natural desire to experience light in darkness. And we wouldn't have the desire to experience light in darkness if we didn't really know down deep that the light is there.